And we're back with some more J. Niles Road to the Show here in MLB 17 The Show. As the first batter J. Niles faces in this start against the New York Yankees is Starlin Castro. As you see there, he's going to reach out and just clobber one into the left field seats. Not a good start for J. Niles. It's 3-1 though. He's got some runs to work with here in the second inning. Gets a guy to ground out for the final out of the inning. I believe that was Headley who just grounded out. So it's 3-1 after 2, moving on to the third inning, runner on first, and it is Aaron Hicks at the plate, and he gives him a decent pitch not a good pitch to hit, and he just goes and takes it into the bullpen anyways. So, not a good start for J. Niles. Already has 2 home runs, one of them to Aaron frickin' Hicks. So it's tied at 3 now, bottom 4. Runners on first and second, 1 out, but this time Niles induces a 3-6-3 double play to get himself out of the inning. So we move on to the next inning. So as through 4, he's given up the lead that they had, a 3-0 lead. Now it's 4-3 Toronto in the lead, bottom 5. As Niles looks like it's just going to be a pop-up off the bat. It was on the black, down and away, but Brett Gardner's like, nah, we're taking that into the bullpen. So Brett Gardner just absolutely clobbers that pitch. That's 3 home runs in that start given up, and that's going to be the end of J. Niles' day. He goes 4 innings, no decision, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks, and 3 of those 4 hits were home runs. So not a good day for J. Niles. Now we're moving on to another start, this time at home. There you see his numbers. The ERA is inflated because he's had a couple shaky starts. And this time we're playing against the Yankees at home. Gary Sanchez is going to ground out to first base. Steven Pierce fields that, steps in the bag himself. And then moving on to the second inning, Didi Gregorius at the plate, still tied at 0. And Didi Gregorius gets a hanging pitch in the zone, and he does not make any mistakes. Absolutely crushes that pitch. No doubt home run for Sir Didi. And it's a 1-0 Yankees lead. So now moving on to the top half of the third, 2 on, runners on first and second, another 3-6-3 double play for J. Niles. Steven Pierce with a nice scoop over at first, and the Yankees have a 1-0 lead, but it's 1-1 here in the top half of the fourth. But it's going to be back to being a Yankees lead, 2-1 after a Greg Bird home run. Hashtag Greg Bird, all caps. That's the inner Yankee fan in me commentating this video. So top 5 now, it's 2-1 Yankees, and that's going to be a hit down the left field line. Just barely stays fair. It's going to be an easy stand-up double for I did not see who that was who ripped it down the line, but that's going to end J. Niles' day in this appearance. He goes another no decision, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Another not awful, but I mean, he gave up 4 hits, 2 of them are home runs. He needs to cut down allowing home runs. It just seems like anything, they make any mistake and they just take it yard. It's ridiculous. But here we have a start against the Kansas City Royals in Kansas City. It's still scoreless heading into the second, as you saw the ground out in the first. And now in the second, another ground out, this time the Josh Donaldson whips it across the infield. And now we move on to the third inning of work for J. Niles. Still tied at 0, 1-2. First batter, he goes down swinging on the drop third strike. Big curveball, toss over to first. That completes the strikeout. Next batter up, I do not know who these guys are because this game once again has the issue where after you get through half of one season, every team is completely unrecognizable because every team makes 30 trades by the trade deadline. And, but it doesn't matter because J. Niles strikes at the side. I do know that's Jorge Soler because the Cubs traded Jorge Soler to the Royals. And along with like 30 other trades they made. Now we move on to the fourth inning. Runners on the corners here as Niles induces a ground at the first base. And Niles gets out of the jam. Still, nobody has crossed the plate for the Royals and the Blue Jays. So tied at 0 here in the fifth. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Niles induces a ground ball at the second base. That's Brad Miller on the Blue Jays as he is going to fire over to first and retire the runner. So through 5, moving on to the top of the the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-2 count, 1 out, and Gordon gets a fastball up and in, literally on the black. Doesn't get extended on it, and somehow hits it opposite way, and it bloops for a single, and that's going to be, you can't do that anymore. I'm just going to take you out after giving up the bloops of bloops. So 5 1/3, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. A better appearance there for J. Niles, but he has no credit for it. Another no decision. Oh, there you see his stats. 1-1 on the year in 6 starts, a 3.95 ERA thanks to his home run issues. And that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Jay Niles Road to the Show. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
Pretty restless cause I've lived my life expecting love to come the second my attempt was done. And yeah, I guess to some extent I was correct because I'm getting buzzed. But now I'm about to be ubiquitous. Look it up, yeah, or that's at least what I'm assuming. But as alluded to, reality is looming. And now your dude about to make a move and take the truth and hope to God that when he threw that what he thought about is proven.